CigarClub.com, the first ever intelligent cigar subscription. Also an official sponsor for RonRealTV. YouTube Double R Army, what's going on? You already know who it is. It's your boy Ron Real, aka Double R, back in the building, back with another video, back with another damn banger, man. Today we got the last matchup of the first annual Cigar Madness Final Four. Today we got a hell of a matchup stored for you guys. We got that Davidoff Late Hour Robusto going up against the Padrone 1926 80th anniversary. Two #1 seeds, two heavy hitters. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all hang tight, stay tuned. We gonna get at it. All right. Very excited about this matchup today. Very classic battle we have going on. Last matchup of the Final Four. Man, this has been a hell of a tournament so far. We've been through anything you could think of. We've had quite a few blowouts in the first round, a lot of close battles, some underdogs performing very well to get to this point so far. Then we got to the Elite Eight. Everything from that Elite Eight on forward has been very close. As I expected, you're getting more and more tighter matchups with more and more elite cigars, getting kind of to that nitty gritty. But today, this should be no different. This is really a really special matchup too, because as you've heard me state before, a lot of these companies and these brands will have cult followings. So you have guys like me that I'm a pro Padrone guy, and usually you'll have people that are Padrone lovers, Davidoff guys, Opus X guys, or whatever, Tatuaje, whatever brands they're loyal to. Even though I'm not really a Davidoff fan, I can't do anything but respect the Late Hour. Even though I feel like a lot of the Davidoff line is a little too mild for my liking, the Late Hour is a very good representation of what Davidoff can do if they decide to kind of, you know, step it up a notch as far as flavor, intensity, and all that good stuff. This is probably one of my favorite Davidoff cigars, so this should be a very tight matchup. So we'll go ahead and get into it. This Robusto is a 5-inch body, 52 ring gauge. It has an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Mexican San Andrés binder, and it has fillers from Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. Now, as I'm looking at this is not gonna win the aesthetics competition at all. This is not a very good looking cigar as far as there's a lot of veins running through it. Just looks very rough. Sometimes you'll see things that look rustic, like it's bumpiness and things like that, but this is just not a very pretty cigar. But at the same time, it's not how the cigar looks, is how it smokes. The cap is pretty sloppy too. Not really much coming off the body. The foot of it's probably got a nice chocolate like fudge smell to it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and cut it up and see what we got. Good cold draw. Kind of got a nice chocolate raisin taste to it a little bit. A little bit of wood is coming through that too. The draw is super easy on this one, so I'm gonna have to kind of make sure I'm regulating how slow and how small of draws I'm taking, so I don't want to overheat the tobacco. Man, very good initial burst of flavors. Definitely getting that oak wood. Got a nice chocolate sweetness in there. The black pepper's there, but I'd probably say it's around like a 6. That oak wood and that chocolate's kind of coming through, which is kind of crazy because most of the time when you smell the cigar and even your cold draw flavors, a lot of times that doesn't transpire into the actual taste of the cigar. So that's kind of nice on this one. Very good start. Okay, we'll let this first third get heated up. Let you guys know body strength, flavor, you know all that good stuff. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. All right, So we're getting on through this first third. There's some pros and cons, not really a lot of cons, but the pros are definitely outweighing the cons right now. The flavor of this thing is really good, and the complexity of this thing is very good too. After the first few couple of draws where the chocolate was really dominant, it kind of fell back to the finish, and then you start picking up a lot of spice. It's kind of hard to put my finger on what spice exactly is, but it's just a nice spice. It's not anything overwhelming or anything. It's just like you get a nice spice. But even as of now, in the last few draws, I've started to pick up a little bit of a cedar. And then there's been like a caramel sweetness that's kind of come along there too. So this is a cigar I would definitely say, if you're not retrohaling, you're gonna miss out on a lot of flavor nuances and things like that. This cigar, to me, I think to appreciate all the complexity and everything that's going on, you have to retrohale this cigar. I'm just kind of shocked in the short amount of time I've been smoking, how many flavors and, you know, the transitions and things like that I've been getting. Now, the con that I would say, I've already had to, as I'll show here, I've already had to do one touch up from just the burn line being all over the place and just canoeing, kind of all out of whack. So I corrected it, and now it's not problematic now, but I can already tell I'm probably gonna have to recorrect this thing again too. Just the burn lines just hasn't been really cooperating really that well at all. You can just kind of see how jagged it is. You can see like over in this area too. It's not hot or anything if I'm touching it. It's just not burning that good. But fortunately for me, doing the corrections and touch-ups, it hasn't affected the flavor or anything at all. So I will say that that's a good thing. Sometimes you have to touch up cigars so much and have to put so much flame and stuff to them, it'll start to mess with the flavors and things like that. So I'm gonna say right now too, everything to me is medium except for the flavor. I would say the flavor is probably definitely a medium to full already. I'm gonna go medium on body and medium on strength. No real nicotine hit or anything like that. Nothing too overwhelming. That chocolate's back there now too. The caramel's kind of faded away a little bit too. So it's almost like every kind of draw, you just kind of really don't know what you're gonna get. So if this continues on like this cigar will score very high as far as the complexity is concerned. Also, since we're doing this video too, I just want to kill two birds with one stone. So recently I just went over 2,000 subscribers, so there's going to be a giveaway for that. So you guys know how you'll make yourselves eligible. Just comment down in this video. I'll take all the names of everybody who commented in this video, put them in a randomizer, and choose a winner. Now, you know, not only will I just be giving away cigars, but cigarclub.com will be giving away a three month subscription to their service, and then Black Line Luxuries will let the winner choose either a box of Alma del Campos by Plasencia or the Sin Compromiso by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. So again, to make yourselves eligible, you'll have to be following both of those pages on Instagram. You can follow at official Black Line Luxuries, and then you can follow cigarclub.com. I'll pin the pages in the comment section. That way you guys make it pretty easy for you. All you have to do is click on those links, and then you'll be able to follow that page. Because when I draw the names, I'll check with Dave and I'll check with James, both at Cigar Club and Black Line Luxuries, to make sure that the winner is following all the accounts to make themselves eligible. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that in there instead of making a whole nother video. I'll just go ahead and mention it here. So good luck to everybody that's commenting on the videos. This is going to be a very nice package because, again, you guys know I'm going to be giving away 10 cigars too. So you'll be getting 10 cigars from me, either a box of Alma del Campos or Sin Compromisos and a 3-month subscription. So that's a really good deal if I were to say so myself. Yeah, it's a really nice cedar in there too. I would say the finish is probably a good medium right now. Not super long, but it's pretty good finish. So we'll go ahead and get through this second, third. I'll come back and let you know if there's any changes or not. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so finishing up in this second, third, the complexity's kind of toned down a little bit now. It's just kind of mostly that oak wood flavor, a little bit of that chocolate in that background. All the cedar and all the other notes, spices and all that kind of toned down a lot too. Is just those are the two flavors that are really dominant right now. As you can see, the ash is still kind of flaky. Burn line still not great. Had to do still a few more touch-ups, so I'm gonna have to really knock some points off for the burn. Flavor's been really good. Draw's been fine. And I would still say right now the body's probably creeping up to a low side of medium to full. Flavors are still medium to full, and I would say the strength is on that low side of medium to full too. Still a really enjoyable cigar, minus just the burn issues on this thing have been kind of hindering, or are definitely going to hinder the score of this cigar. But it's still this is still an elite cigar, still an elite flavor profile, And honestly, if you've never smoked any Davidoffs, or if you're used to smoking Davidoffs and you're more of a, like me, you're more of a medium to full body cigar lover, and most Davidoffs to you are very mild, I would recommend this. I think even if you ask most people that are more into medium to full body cigars, if they've had this, they'll agree with me too for the most part. This is a really good cigar. But again, that's why we do this tournament. You just can't base it off of one that you smoke. That's why we smoke the cigars in each round, because you just never know what may happen. So we'll get through this last third, give you guys some points. So you guys hang tight, stay tuned. We'll be right back at it. All right, so we're finishing this up. Feel like even with this much cigar left, I feel like I know that it's not gonna be too much else going on. It's pretty much riding out into the sunset. Another thing I forgot to mention, the finish on this thing is very nice and clean too. Not a bad aftertaste. Just one of those cigars you have, and it's just it's really refreshing on your palate. So flavors still on this one. You're still that oak barrel kind of taste is still dominant, and then that chocolate is kind of fainted back even more in that finish, but it's still there, but it's very minimal. It's just like, as the cigar has been going, it's just kind of slowly been fading back. That oak wood has been mostly dominant. Not any spice or anything like that, but still a very good cigar. Just a few more touch-ups, and then like I said, the ash has been very flaky the whole time too. So if you get cigars like that, be careful, because they'll just spill and fall all over your clothes and stuff like that. That's never fun. So we'll go ahead and get into the scoring. So I gave the flavor 18 out of 20. Flavors were very good on this thing, especially in the first half of the cigar. Complexity was all over the place, which I enjoy. You're just getting different notes that blend and merge well together. It's very enjoyable. I gave the draw a 20 out of 20. Been perfect the whole time. I gave the burn a 17 out of 20. Hated to do that, but far too many touch-ups, and then the ash being so flaky too, the burn I feel like could have been a lot better. Some previous ones I smoked before performed, as far as the burn, performed a lot better than this one. I gave the complexity a 18 out of 20. It's again rewarding it mostly for that first half of the cigar. A lot was going on, so I have to reward that. Very good complex flavors, kind of all over the place. And then I gave the strength a 17 out of 20. I don't know if I just mentioned that, but I'm just gonna be comfortable with saying the cigar ended at a medium to full all the way across the board, which is gonna give this cigar a score of a 90 out of 100. As I said earlier, still a very elite cigar. This could have easily been, if this cigar performs at an elite level on all the way across the board, this is a 93, 94, 95 cigar, but just the burn issues, and that's really what killed this cigar as far as why it didn't score higher this time. But hey, that's the nature of the beast. So now we'll jump over to this Padron and see if it can take down this Davidoff. So y'all hang tight. All right, now we're into the next #1 seed, the Padron 1926 80th anniversary. Phenomenal cigar. Looking at it appearance wise, this thing is always aesthetically pleasing. Very good job by Padron. They always kill it. Kind of like a real musty smell on it. Has some visible seams. They look like they could be tighter, but not bad. Got a little tooth present. Got the pointed head, tapered foot. See what we got. Cold draw is a little on the tight side, but we'll see how that goes when we actually got some fire to it. Yeah, the draw is actually a little tighter than I would like. Kind of getting that clean earth. It's kind of like a cracker taste to it. Kind of picking up a little bit of a roasted almond on that too. Black pepper coming in. Yeah, really good roasted almond flavor on that. Black pepper's probably about a 7. Looks like the draw, I can actually kind of tell, it looks like it's kind of opening up. At first it was like, man, it's a little tight, but I think it's gonna be okay. So, all right, we'll let this first third get heated up, and we'll let you know what we got, so y'all hang tight, stay tuned. All right, so we're finishing up through this first third. Pretty good performance so far by the Padron. I would say medium to full all the way across the board. Flavor wise, you're still getting a little bit of that earth, that cracker quality is there. Also getting a little bit of a very light brown sugar, kind of a light cinnamon flavor in there too. It's really, really nice cigar. Other than those flavors, not really too much else going on, but it's still very enjoyable. Nothing I'm gonna complain about. The draw, the burn has all been fantastic so far. No touch-ups or relights. It's not razor sharp, but nothing that's needing attention, so no complaints on my end. We'll keep on smoking, keep on getting through this second, third, see if anything changes. So you guys hang tight, stay tuned. Y'all know how we do it. All right, so we cruise right on through the second, third. Flavors are pretty much the same, except it's kind of been an introduction of a nice chocolate fudge taste, and it's kind of more in that finish. Finish is getting on that longer side of medium. Everything is still about the same for me. I'm gonna say medium to full all the way across the board. Performance has still been really good. Not a razor sharp burn, but nothing I've had to touch up or do any kind of relighting or anything like that. So it's been nice just being able to sit back and just kind of enjoy the cigar. So really, other than that, nothing really has changed. So we're gonna keep on going through this last of this cigar, come back with some numbers. We'll see who's gonna get this final spot in the championship match. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. All right, finishing up with this Padron. Pretty comfortable with where I'm at now. Flavors are about the same. Medium to full still on body, flavor, and strength. Very good showing by Padron, so we'll go ahead and score this. All right. So for flavor, gave the flavor 18 out of 20. Very good flavor on this thing from the beginning to the end. Nice, clean, full flavors, you know, just a very good taste on everything. Gave the draw a 20 out of 20, burn a 20 out of 20. Complexity was a 17 out of 20. And gave the strength a 17 out of 20. Overall score on this one is going to be a 92 out of 100. If you could do the math, that means that the Padron is moved on. It's stamped the last ticket for the championship matchup. Very excited. So it looks like in the first ever Cigar Madness 2020 championship match, we're going to have the Aganorsa Leaf signature selection going up against the Padron 1926 80th anniversary. Very excited for this matchup. Either one of those cigars could win it. Going to be an incredible showcase. Cannot wait to smoke both of those against each other to see who will be the first ever Cigar Madness champion. Very good showing again by the Davidoff Late Hour, just like it was a great showing by the Drew Estate Liga number 9. This has just been a fun overall experience for me. I hope all of you have been enjoying this. So nothing else to be said. So I hope you guys are tuned into this one, and you guys are tuned into this championship matchup. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be epic. So with that being said, you already know the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. And don't forget to be driven, never motivated. We'll catch y'all in the championship matchup. Salute to the Army. We'll catch y'all later.